Very good there. Okay. And just like that, we should be live. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are back here, TBL Season 12, Week 4. We are continuing our Friday night lineup matchup with the Venus Venusaur taking on the Roman Polygon. I am here with my co-host, Playmaker, coach of the Atlanta Victory Stars Play. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing good. Doing good.
Matt?
Affiliate anniversary. So, happy affiliate anniversary to the TBL channel. And what a way to celebrate than to have two of our competitors go at it.
Absolutely. It's always great to be able to watch more Pokemon going on, and this should be an interesting one. We have the Sun team from Boyd taking on the Rainless Rain team from the Roman Polions. Boyd rocking their Walking Wake, a Raging Bolt, which is a recent transaction, Braviary, a Terra Captain, Volcanion, a Terra Captain, Bronzong, Blaziken, Torkoal, Lando, and Terra Captain Venusaur. Meanwhile, on the flip side, the Roman Polions are rocking Zapdos, Terra Captain Probopass, Ogerpon, Palafin, Gastrodon, Dashbun, Scizor, Alolan Muck, Archaludon, and the Terra Captain Uxie. And right off the bat, this seems to be a very interesting match to me. On paper, I would give a bit of an edge to the Venus Venusaur just because they have a natural Sunsetter in Torkoal, which can immediately uh, threaten a lot of the Roman Polion's teams. Obviously, not everything is going to be weakened, but the Palafin becomes hampered in the sun. You can't necessarily rely on Hurricanes from Zapdos because of the accuracy drop. So just in general, a little bit scary there. But on the flip side, Roman Polions do have some answers for that. Sun and Fire type moves can be easily countered thanks to Dashbun's ability Well Baked. And they have a number of ways to really potentially counter and play around the Venus Venusaur. What stands out to you?
I would go back to this acquisition that Swedish made for the Raging Bull, giving up Roaring Moon. And initially, you're thinking, well, they already have Regieleki. Why would you need another electric type? But Raging Bolt is just one of those Pokemon that can just take over a matchup very easily. Of course, you have your Calm Mind sets, you have your AV sets. If you're looking at a Calm Mind set, you just have to be careful of the Uxie pouring it into Calm Mind indefinitely. But beyond that, I think Raging Bolt does well in the Zapdos. It can stand up to Palafin in a number of ways. Um, Ogerpon doesn't want to take a Draco Meteor, and really, it's not doesn't seem like there are too many answers from Aaron's side for this thing, other than like some like special defensive Archaludon or Alolan Muck. But we'll see how the Roman Napoleons play this matchup defensively.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. On the flip side, the Roman Polions offensively have a lot of very interesting options. I think one of the things that jumps out to me is the possibility of the Palafin this week, just because one of the things that's very unique about Palafin is not only does it have an insane attack stat of 160 base attack, but it has a lot of versatile options that give it some play here. They can potentially run different setups, including special Palafin. It can get Rain Dance to try and take away the sun. And there are things that it can do to Mons that may otherwise want to try and counter it. The Walking Wake, uh, normally a great answer for water type attacks, but if this Palafin wants to say click Outrage, not wanting to deal with that. Volcanion's an interesting one because it does get water absorbed, but then again, when you factor in Palafin with its movesets, it could potentially, bulk up and get some close combats off. So there are options uh, of how they can play around it. I'm very curious to see what they do. And ultimately, I think it's going to come down to, can Boyd keep the sun up? If Boyd can, that's going to allow their threatening Mons to be that much stronger. Whereas on the flip side, if the Roman Polions can play around and counter the sun like we've seen teams focus on trying to do against Boyd in the past, I feel like they have the advantage.
Yeah, clearly, and as you were talking about that Volcanion, that is a Terracat.
It is.
So we can definitely see some sort of defensive typing, like a like Terra Poison, for example, kind of would just mitigate Palafin's ability to really do much to it at all, just because it has that that water absorb
Yep.
ability, and then it's and then close combat's not very effective against it as well. So really, what's it gonna do? Like, I think it had maybe gets Zen Headbutt, but that'd be quite
That'd be a insane bring. The other thing that'd be interesting is, as I mentioned, Balafin can run special, and it does get boom burst, so that would be something else that could make things very interesting. Just because on Void's side, their only normal resist is Bronzong.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Um, that is a good thought. Uh, but yeah, I guess we'll just have to dive right
yeah,
in as soon.
we'll have to let the coaches go and go from there and see what they're going to bring. I'm going to let them know right now. Boyd, because they're doing a phone, is not able to hear us, but I'm going to unmute them. Boyd, you are good to go ahead and search. Good luck, have fun. And I'm going to redeafen you right now. All right. So we have let the coaches know that they are good to go. And we can see the teams on the screen here. Boyd is rocking with Walking Wake, Volcanion, Raging Bolt, Bronzong, Venusaur, and Torkoal. On the flip side, we do see Aaron is bringing Palafin and the Dash Bun, Uxie, Zapdos, Alolan Muck, and Probopass as the Terra Captain. So 2 Terra options for Aaron, just as well as 2 for Boyd. So it's going to be interesting to see what they end up going with as the lead and the options here.
Wow, we do see that there is an explosion on that Volcanion, and we will have to see if this thing will even ever click it. But it just doesn't seem like there are too many things that just want to take Steam Corruption from Aaron's side.
Yeah.
And Walking Wake looks like it has an insanely good matchup as well. Just being choice specs, and you would expect to see at least like a Gastrodon to be able to storm drain away any potential incoming water type moves. And for those who don't know, Storm Drain is an ability that that pretty much absorbs the water type move, and then to where it doesn't do any damage, and then it increases a special attack by 1 stage.
Yeah, it is going to be very interesting to see what ends up coming out here. So right off the lead, we do see Venom, the Alolan Muck, be the lead, taking on Torkoal. Torkoal is going to get up the sun here, and they do have Heat Rock. So unless the rain is the sun is removed through Rain Dance or anything like that, it will be up for 8 turns. Immediately, we see a hard swap out on the Alolan Muck. Aaron instead going to send out Soup, the Palafin. Interesting choice here, as we also see a hard swap out, and Torkoal is going to come out, sending in instead the Venusaur. So Boyd in an ideal position at the moment.
This Palafin has to get out.
Yeah.
There's no way that this thing stays in. This is a free +2 for this Venusaur. Although maybe Aaron gets ballsy and clicks Rain Dance if he has it.
We see the growth, and right off the bat, Palafin does indeed have Rain Dance, and it elects to use it. Absolutely big risk, big reward click there right off the bat, revealing some major tech, but that's going to be potentially huge here.
So, Sir Plotsire is asking, what does growth do? So it increases not only attack, but special attack by 1 stage, regularly. But if it's in the sun, it increases it by 2 stages. So think of it as like a Swords Dance and a Nasty Plot all together in one thing. And if the sun's up.
Appreciate you calling that out. And right off the bat, we do see Terra come out from the Venus Venusaur. They are going to click Weather Ball here. Zapdos, it's going to be +2, is not going to necessarily like it swapping in on it. And that's just going to absolutely destroy the Zapdos here. My goodness.
Wow. That is quite devastating. That was probably one of Aaron's biggest walls to a couple of the mons that that Boyd wanted to bring.
Yep, so we're going to see the Uxie come out. It's going to click Calm Mind here. A little bit of an interesting play. We'll see what Aaron ends up doing as a result long
Uxie is
term.
fast. There's definitely going to be some speed on this Uxie. So we'll see if it can tank a hit. Maybe it can tank one. Yeah.
Oh, but big damage there. This weather ball is just going nuts. We see Psychic Noise come out, and that's not doing much here.
Not at all. And so this Uxie is going to go down.
Yeah.
So that's another roll. You know, Aaron has brought a pretty defensive team. You know, with Probopass, Alolan Muck, Uxie, Zapdos. These are all Pokemon that are just typically very bulky in nature. And now we have a Palafin in the rain coming in. So this interaction will be quite interesting to see.
Yeah, this Palafin is running Surf, Ice Beam, and Boom Burst, so it is special, but the Psychic Noise is going to be playing a huge factor here because it prevents the Giga Drain from coming off. Boom Burst is going to get some big damage, and I believe that is going to allow Palafin to pick up this kill and take out the Venusaur, but my goodness, that Weather Ball is just doing insane damage here.
Right. Yeah, it would have been maybe in Boyd's best interest to have maybe gone out into Torkoal and get the sun back up at some point.
Yep.
Electing to just, you know, dent Aaron's team as much as he's done, I think that's not a bad trade-off either. So
yeah, I'm a little hesitant here because this Palafin, if it's just going to go ahead and click Surf, it's going to hit the Bronzong very hard. Not going to be enough to kill. But we see Nightshade come out, and Palafin's going to live that here.
Just on a sliver. Boyd just hovering over Volcanion to just consider just swapping into this thing. It's AV, should tank pretty much any hit that this Palafin wants to do.
So we see the Surf get selected again. However, Water Absorb is going to give it that immunity. Palafin is naturally fat.
Exploded there. That would have been.
Would have been huge. We see Boom Burst come out. It's going to do a big chunk of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Body Press will pick up the kill, and Volcanion's first matchup on the Venusaur picks up a kill, helping out the team right here. And Palafin, while it does go down without picking up any kills, it did get a lot of very crucial damage off on some Mons.
Slowly but surely, there are going to be less options for Aaron's team to be able to tank this Choice Specs Walking Wake in the back. Hopefully this Probopass is the typing that can resist.
It's Terra Ghost.
Terra Ghost. That is... I'm not entirely too sure what he's hoping for with that. Oh!
So we see the Moringa Berry come out, and that is going to raise its special defense +1. This Probopass has a chance to get really insane. It's Iron Defense as well with Rest and Sleep Talk. So things can get spicy pretty quick here.
I think... I'm sorry, what's that item on Bronzong? I can't really tell.
The item on Bronzong, that is the Toxic Orb.
Oh.
So Bronzong will come in here. We see another Iron Defense. Unfortunately, this Bronzong's not going to be able to do what it wants. And I think this Probopass might be in a near position that without a crit, it's just going to sweep. Bronzong goes down, giving Aaron their first kill. And this is looking really rough, really fast for Boyd.
I think you just have to get in this Torkoal, set up the sun, and and then just get the Venusaur in, do your damage, get the Walking Wake in, do your damage.
So we see the lava plume come out. Do we see a burn? We do. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to matter nearly enough because this is a rest sleep talk set. So now it's going to come down to, are the offensive moves going to get clicked when it Probopass is sleeping? And that I think is going to be the big question here.
So no, is there a Chesto Berry on this too, or is this just
No, it was the Runga Berry. It was rest sleep talk. So its
Oh, that's
only
right.
offensive move is the body press. So it's at +6 now defensively. But
And it eat the Weather Ball. You have to click Weather Ball here. There's no, yeah, you know.
I imagine that Aaron's clicking rest here. Will the Weather Ball be enough to kill? Not even close. And there's the rest. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Weather Ball right now in the sun is doing on a high roll 20%. Boyd has to go for growth, and you have to hope that they don't get the body press roll here. And the first sleep talk comes out. What do we see get selected? It is going to be Iron Defense.
Ooh. Now, do you just go for damage here? I think you do.
I think you do. Weather Ball. Now, here's the thing. I would be tempted to click Giga Drain because if you can recover enough, even though this thing is at +6, actually, I take it back. Because of the Terra, the body press is just going to kill. Yeah. If I'm Aaron, I'm just clicking rest again after this. And the body press comes out. That is going to be a kill. The Venusaur goes down. Oh, this is...
The water Venusaur looks so sad when it's about to die. Oh my goodness.
So now it's a question of what can do enough damage.
It's definitely not the Volcanion, so you're looking at Walking Wake, you're looking at the
Yeah, because this is where it gets rough. A Draco Meteor right now from this, it's only doing 40% without a crit.
Oh no.
So if Aaron elects to just click rest here again, not enough to kill. It does live. We see it wake up. Do we see the rest? We do. Oh. This is where the RNG has a chance to get really, really spooky. Because if Boyd can avoid the two rolls being, one of the two rolls being body press, then the Walking Wake can kill. We see the first one come out. We see Sleep Talk. Iron Defense. Okay. Dodges the one. Now we go into the second. If this is not body press, Walking Wake should be able to pick up the kill here. Because it is doing 32 to 38% with no recovery. The odds of it being a 3-hit KO are very likely. Do we see Sleep Talk roll the body press? %33 chance, and we see Iron Defense again. Oh, this Probopass, so absolutely scary. Oh no!
But the sunlight.
The sun goes away. Oh no! Oh, now it's doing 25% on a high roll. I think it's still in range to have a chance, but it is spooky.
Look it and hope it for the best.
Yeah. What do we see? Oh, it lives on the sliver.
Perfectly.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
The sun goes away. It decreases the base power of the move of Hydro Steam. because in the sun it's 160 base power, although you factor in stab as well, so it'd be like from 80 to 120, and then 120 into 180. Is it 180 or?
It's roughly 180 because I believe stab gets factored in first. So we see the sun get put back up. This is heat rock, so it will be around for a while. Do we see the body press come out here? Nope. We see rest get selected. This is the one downside I think with sets like this that I am not the biggest fan of, is you only have a 1 in 3 chance of clicking an offensive move. The odds are not in your favor, so if your opponent can have something that has a chance of killing you in 3 hits, you're in danger because you only have 2 moves essentially where you're clicking something offensive. So it gets spooky.
Yeah, I think what you have to do is go on a Volcanion, do as much damage as you can until it dies, because you need this Torkoal to set up Sun again at some point. So
we see rest get selected again. So now I believe we've seen 1 body press, 3 iron defenses, and 2 rests come out, if my math is correct. So we see it wake up. It goes for the body press. Probopass is officially killing the Torkoal. And this is where it gets spooky because Probopass is guaranteed to kill the Walking Wake here. Walking Wake's not living the hit. And I don't think it has any reason to click rest again. So you're basically hoping for a crit.
right.
We see Draco Meteor come out. That is going to be very big damage. However, the body press is going to pick up the kill here. Probopass now with 4 kills. And this is turned around extremely fast.
Here comes the Raging Giraffe. Great nickname, by the way.
Raging Bolt here is not doing enough. It's running a... Oh, no.
Dragon Pulse is your strongest move here if you click something.
Oh, no.
But maybe you Volt Switch, and then... Yeah, this is not looking good by any means.
It is not... I mean, it's run... We're seeing King's Rock on the set here, so you're basically having to hope for some flinch hacks.
Man, he really wanted to go back into that Walking Wake, even though it's not before. But here comes the Raging Giraffe.
Raging Giraffe versus the world.
Exactly. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to really do much against the Darkspawn.
No, it's Dachspawn and Alolan Muck versus the Raging Bolt, and the Dachspawn has super effective attacks, and the Alolan Muck's Assault Vest, so this is not an ideal position here for the Raging Bolt, even with the sun being up. If we see Dachspawn come out, then Solar Beam at most is doing 65% without a crit. And we do see that this is the Mon selected, so this can get a little bit spooky here. Solar Beam is doing the most damage. And I take it back, it's doing about 80%. And this is where it gets interesting. This is where you have the mind games, because you're pretty sure that there is a wish on this. Do you go for the Thunderclap, and does Aaron click the wish? And Aaron does. Oh. That is the downside here. You had to click another offensive move because Dash Bun sets too often have the ability to remove that. And now that the sun's gone, yeah.
Even if Darkspawn died there, the Alolan Muck would end up getting the benefits of that wish. So it was a pretty good play on Aaron's behalf.
Yeah, there is no downside to it. I mean, especially because right now the Alolan Muck, at most, a Dragon Pulse is doing 22% now that the sun's gone. So Dash Spun here should just pick up the kill and pick up the win. So we see Play Rough come out.
Barring a miss.
Yep. Now, if you are Aaron here, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but do you just go for the attack or do you anticipate the Thunderclap again? Oh, we see the anticipation and it's going to get the miss. Oh my goodness. Volt Switch is going to pick up the kill. The Raging Bolt able to steal one right before the end, but as we mentioned, I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Alolan Muck's just going to pick up the win because this is Assault Vest with major SPDEF, major HP, and yeah, this is just game. There is nothing.
Well, kudos to Boyd for picking up a point at least.
Yeah.
And I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run whether it's a 1-0 versus a 2-0 loss. Either way, Boyd just would have ended up with a point regardless. But good games to both competitors.
Yeah, honestly, early the Venus Venusaur looked absolutely, or the Venusaur looked absolutely insane early, but some great plays from Aaron to limit it and the damage it could do, even though it was taking advantage of the rain. On the flip side, that Probopass, just absolutely terrifying. Aaron had a plan and played it perfectly.
Yeah, it's fucking silly.
Actually, I knew this Probopass set won as soon as I saw your team. I was like, I see no ghost type.
You knew it won. Of course, yeah, I know you knew it.
I see
So fucking
I see no ghost type, so it wins.
Yeah, it's congrats.
Yeah, it put in work. As soon as that Moringa Berry popped off, it was basically a question of the rolls at the crits, and honestly, it looked like the Walking Wake had a chance to eliminate it, but the sun
it doesn't matter what I bring. Like it's not gonna happen. Like, good game. You did it very well.
In what
the rolls don't matter. Like, and none of it matters.
In what turn exactly?
Yeah, in general, like you brought really good sets. Yeah, you knew you won the moment you brought Terra Ghost. You knew exactly what to do. You had a plan. Good game.
Yeah,
Fair.
Yeah, it ultimately was able to execute, and like I mentioned, the only chance was if the Walking Wake was able to pick up the kill, but the sun ended, unfortunately, at the perfect moment, lowering the attack, lowering the boost, or removing the boost, and so Probopass able to live, get the rest off. Boyd able to pick up a point with that one, and Aaron, very solid win with this as a result. Over in the Scarlet Conference, you actually move solidly into third place, only behind Play and Zachmander, and that just comes down to Play having the differential week go off, and Zachmander being 3-1 with their one loss being a close one. So very intense game, but very well played. That Moringa Berry set, absolutely huge, and it put in some major work today.
Thank you.
Yeah, Probopass is just one of those Pokemon that are just very underrated. Have some of the best defenses in the game, 145 base defense, and then 150 base special defense. So just seeing that Moringa Berry just increase that special defense even more, knowing how especially offensive Boyd's team is, it's great prep all around. So
yeah,
really good job, really solid win, and yeah. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, if not, I think that'll.
Great. The 2 weather ball kills were pretty tight. I'm happy Venusaur got the kills.
Venusaur looked insane there. Like the fact that Weatherball did almost 80% to the Palafin still was a little.
I clicked I ended up clicking the wrong moves, I guess. If I could go back, I'd click growth instead of, I don't know, whatever fucking move it was. It was that turn that I decided to attack instead of click growth. That's when I lost. It was decided at that moment. It didn't matter what crit I got unless I got 2 or 3 crits in a row.
That was
Yeah, no, Ghost Probopass really happened. Once you realized I didn't have a Ghost type, I teared too early. You know, I got the fucking water weather ball. I was like, yippee yeehaw, let's go. No, I saw it then, and I was just sitting the rest of the game like, fuck.
Yeah, I traded away your dark type too.
Nah, whatever, dude. You shouldn't have to draft a pitch perfect fucking team to be able to win.
No.
That's my complaint.
Fun fact. The change to Raging Bolt was done literally like 10 minutes before the match because I prepped with.
Yeah, we were a little worried about that because the trade happened last week. It was announced in the recap stream. It was posted and all that. On the teams page, though, underneath where it has the transaction, the Mons were 1 row up, and so the auto sheet didn't change it. And so the trade happened, and they were announced, and multiple sources and all that. It's just the sheet didn't auto see. So if you only looked at the top portion and didn't see the bottom, you wouldn't have seen the Raging Bolt.
Yeah.
So I didn't see it, and I prepped for Roaring Moon. Hence why I brought the tax boom.
Yeah, my prep didn't matter. Like you brought prep for a different team, you still won. Like fucking stupid. Like so silly. But I mean, you earned the win. Congrats.
Yeah, and that'll go ahead and do it for us here tonight. We appreciate everyone stopping in. Honestly, a lot of insane moments and reads and some intense ones. So we appreciate you all stopping by and joining us. The next set of matches take place this Sunday. Both of them do, so please be ready to join us. But until then, we appreciate you stopping by. And whatever you're doing in life, just have fun with it. See you in the next one. Take care, everyone.